Hello everybody, this is Silver. We're going to do a little different type of video right now. Here with me is whatever.
What would you call it? It's talking. There's no video on the screen.
A rant, not a rant.
It's almost like a radio show. Remember when we used to do those?
No.
When you were a kid, I had the recorder. I made the little dinosaur. What was his name? It would interview. And
I don't remember this.
You don't remember this?
No.
It was a dinosaur, and I would talk like this. And I would talk real high, and you did all the other people.
The animal show?
No, it was a dinosaur that we did. I can't believe you don't remember this.
I do not. I'm sorry.
We would put it on high.
I do not.
I can't believe you don't remember that. That was a childhood memory.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I remember everything else, like the animal show.
Oh my gosh. Spit all over.
That's disgusting. Hey,
hi guys. It was sort of like the animal show, but it was a dinosaur.
I don't
that interview.
It might come to me later. Anyway, welcome everybody. This little podcast? No, it's not a podcast. This little
podcast.
This little list, whatever. Clip list. Whatever. Me and my brother are going to go through our top 10 with honorable mentions of our favorite video games of all time.
It wasn't easy.
No, it really wasn't.
It was easy to pick the games, but not to pick the order.
Yes,
See?
I will put you on that.
How are we going to do
So, do you want to go as in, we'll start from...
We'll just do we'll start at 10. You do your 10, I do my 10.
That's what I was thinking. You want to do that?
Go.
Okay. So, number 10 on my list is Super Mario RPG.
Okay.
Now, I like Super Mario RPG because...
Legend of the Seven Stars.
Yes, because it was... Well, obviously it was my first Mario RPG game. It was the first Mario RPG game. And, I don't know, it was fun. I liked Geno, I liked the Lost Woods, and I played it a lot when I was little. Despite the fact that I got nowhere, I played it a lot. Because I specifically remember fighting, the two Hammer Brothers at the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I specifically remember that. I remember dying a lot to Croco.
At the beginning, yeah, I know.
Yes, because he's a pain in the butt.
Because you don't have anything.
This is true. This is very true.
For some reason, he seemed like one of the hardest.
He did. Other than the final bosses. And
Kulex.
I never did. I tried fighting him once, but
you never beat him, ever.
Nope.
Are you serious? The key is to get the fat turtle shell.
Yes, I got
can't
that.
remember the name of that, and the armor, because you always get zeros. Every time you get hit,
turbo shell
or one.
I don't know. It's weird.
No, not turbo shell.
It's like a giant red shell with wings.
And then you get the armor with the same name with Mario, and you get hit with nothing.
Yes.
Every time you get hit, it's like a 0 or a 1.
Yes.
So that's the only way to do it.
Yes.
And that's the only RPG I like. And I remember the commercial with the old man.
Really? There was
an old man talking about Mario RPG. I'll never forget that commercial. I rented it a bunch of times.
Mario RPG?
Yeah.
Yep. So, my favorite moment in that game is probably
Link.
Yeah, I forgot that Link and Samus were in there.
Samus resting up.
No, I'd have to say it's I don't know.
That game is just weird for Mario. It really feels more like Final Fantasy than it does Mario.
Oh, it was made by Square.
I know, that's probably why it was good.
I like the little reference to Luigi, despite him not being in the game at all.
The star.
Yes. I thought that
really, that's your favorite moment in the whole game?
It's not. I don't know what my favorite. Getting Bowser on your party.
Yeah.
I liked that. And Booster was just like a copy of Wario before Wario was Wario. Just saying. So yeah, number 10 is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars on my list. On my list.
Okay.
So what is your number 10?
My number 10, even though you say it's not a game, it is a game. I have to put this on there. I have to.
Whatever.
Rock Band 3, because I'm obsessed with that game. I could play that game for hours and hours and hours. Really, it's the only game that I can play for hours and hours and hours. I never get tired of it.
I don't see how. I get tired of it.
That's because you play one instrument. If you play the drums, That's what I like. The drums. I love the drums.
I'm okay with bass and guitar.
There's how many different instruments to master.
I like bass
Singing
and guitar.
is fun.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get me to sing.
There's always songs coming out every
You're
week.
not going to get me to sing.
I don't know why. Once you sing once, you're always going to want to do it. What? Why are you making that face?
I think we're going to have to start. No,
why?
No.
Wait, you're not starting over again.
No, we're not starting over. I looked at that wrong. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah, Rock Band was...
when the drums first came out, I freaked. And I loved it.
I remember that.
Ever since. And now they added cymbals. And the
cymbals,
harmonies, too. Harmonies is
piano.
Keyboard is the hardest one to master. It's like 15 different things.
How do they do a keyboard? It's like a ton of different...
Because it moves on the screen. It's color... Their section is divided with color.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then it just changes. If you have it on expert, anyway.
Gotcha.
Rock Band 3.
Rock Band 3 is your number 10.
Because I love it.
Your number 10.
Because I love music.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Alright.
Number 9 for you.
Moving to number 9. You're probably going to have not much to say about this.
Probably not.
Number 9 is, for me, Sonic Advance 3.
Of course.
Sonic Advance 3. Many of you think Sonic Advance 3 is the worst of the Advance 3. I like it, probably because of memories it brings. I love there's one track in that game that's probably my favorite Sonic track of all time. At least in the top 5.
You're basing this on music?
No. And
Rock Band 3.
The gameplay, I love the team-up action in Sonic Advance 3. I love Sonic Advance 3. I really do. It's a fun Game Boy Advance game. And I don't see why it gets so much hate for what it does. So yeah. Number 9 is Sonic Advance 3.
Sonic Advance 3.
I know you don't have much to say.
No, I don't have anything to say. You won't have anything to say for my number 9.
Okay, what's your number 9?
Which is Street Fighter Alpha 3.
It's Street Fighter.
Alpha. You got to understand there's different versions of Street Fighter. My favorite iteration was the Alpha series. I don't know why. It just seems like out of all of them, that one played the best. And I like the kind of cartoony look of it.
Have you played 3D?
Street Fighter 3D? Yeah, it's the same as Street Fighter 4. Oh. Street Fighter Alpha 3, there's tons of characters in it. Like the best version is the Dreamcast version.
Sonic Boom!
It had the most characters, and it had some other added thing in there. Dreamcast one, it had, I forget what it was called. They didn't have that version on the collection, Street Fighter Alpha collection that I have.
Okay.
I don't know why that one's my favorite. I like the stories with the characters, they interact.
Okay, so
I don't know.
What is your favorite moment in that game?
Street Fighter Alpha 3?
Yes.
I don't know. It doesn't have moments. It's a fighting game.
Well, you said there's a story.
Well, everybody has their own story in the game, and then they
what's your
interact
favorite
with other
thing of
characters.
the
When
game?
you face the character, like sometimes they'll have. Okay, my favorite moment is when there's like relationships between characters, and when you face a certain character, their opening line will be different. It'll be something.
That's always cool.
They don't. Like it's always.
It's like Soul Calibur does that in a little bit way.
They just say something. Sometimes in Street Fighter Alpha they'll do something different.
Oh. So I didn't ask you this before, but what would be your favorite moment in Rock Band then?
When Pearl Jam's album 10 came out, yeah, it freaked me out.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That was like the greatest thing ever. Okay.
Anything else you want to say about Street
Street
Fighter?
Fighter Alpha 3? They made a movie, Street Fighter Alpha. It wasn't as good as the game. Actually, it's a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie, but it didn't have all the characters. I don't know. I threw that in there. But the Dreamcast version is the best. Street Fighter Alpha 3
Uppercut.
which is a secret
Tiger
game,
uppercut.
which is a secret version on there on the Street Fighter Alpha collection, which I highly recommend because it's all the Alpha games. And the Pocket Fighter thing, which is bizarre. Because you've hit people and jewels come out. Yeah,
like Kirby's Epic
They
Yarn.
look like little kids.
Sounds like Kirby's
They
Epic
look like
Yarn.
little kids and stuff.
Oh, jeez. This is like that Marvel younger
Superhero Squad?
Yes.
I refuse to acknowledge that. Moving on.
Yes. Before I go to number 8, I should say my favorite moment in Sonic Advance 3, since I didn't.
We gotta do moments now? Alright.
Go
ahead.
Favorite moment in Sonic Advance 3 would have to be...
I don't think you said more RPG.
I did. I said getting Bowser.
Oh, alright.
Sonic Advance 3's favorite moment is gonna have to be when you beat the game. Actually, no. I like it that it ties in with Sonic Battle, which is a completely different genre before it. I like how it ties into that story with possibly my favorite robot in the series, Emerald. I think that is awesome. So, yes, that is Sonic Advance 3. And that's my favorite. So, moving on to number 8. You probably won't have much to say about this either because it's an RPG. But number 8 is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the first one.
Is that one I played?
That is the one you played. I gotta say, I love Fawful. He's like
Falafel?
Fawful. You remember Fawful, don't you?
I think.
He's like Cackleta's little minion servant dude.
I don't know.
And the last time you fight him, he has like a pink suit, and you fight him in Bowser's castle.
Okay.
But Mario and Luigi, I first got it on the Game Boy Advance. I remember specifically when I first played it, because I had the old Game Boy Advance. I actually needed light to look at it. So I remember late at night, I sat in a corner against the light playing it, and Mom's like, "You need to stop now and go to bed." I'm just like, "Oh, but I want to keep playing."
Geez,
But I don't know, Mario and Luigi. I do like the third one. I think the third one's the best, but I think I like the first one better just because of it's the first one, and I've had more, I can say, memories with it, maybe? Is that what you want to put? But, yeah. My favorite moment in Mario and Luigi is anything Luigi does, because he's hilarious in these games, and the fact that they introduced Fawful. I think that...
Falafel.
Fawful. Not Falafel. Yes. Is there anything you want to say about Mario and Luigi? Because you have played it.
Barely remember it.
Okay, I know you don't like RPGs.
Except for Mario RPG.
Except for Mario RPG. And action RPGs.
And action RPGs.
Yes. As long as they're not Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
Yes. Alright. What's your number?
Number 8 was a toss-up between Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Resident Evil 4.
I'm totally going with
Brawl. So, well, I picked Brawl only because of the replay value.
It does really have a ton of replay value.
I anticipated that game. I remember they had stuff every day. They revealed something new every day on the website.
I know.
I remember. Couldn't wait to check to see what they were going to reveal.
October 10th, man. October 10th.
What new character is going to come out? And
I remember specifically you called me one day and said, "Did you see who's on there?" I'm like, "No." I checked it. King Dedede. It's like, what?
Yeah, I was happy that he was in there. Almost perfect roster, except I would like King K. Rool.
Yeah, I think
if he would have been in there, it would have been almost perfect roster.
There's one character they could have done without.
Who?
Rob. I don't think Rob is.
He's a accessory.
They could have done
Mario Kart now.
There was only one.
Wow.
The DS one.
Who would you replace him with?
King K. Rool. Okay, so what?
I really wish they would have had all the levels from the previous games in there.
Yes,
I'm really hoping DLC for the next one.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I want my Mario 2.
And I hope they keep Sonic.
I hope they don't.
I hope they do.
I would love to see just a matchup of a ton of video game characters.
That will never happen.
I know.
I'm just saying.
That's my dream.
Unless the video game industry knows it's done in like a year, and then all the gaming come together to make one final game, and it's one big Smash Brothers.
But anyway, it's fun to play.
Okay, so what's your favorite moment in Brawl? Whether it be like during the launch, like your favorite character being announced.
I thought,
or favorite moment in Subspace, or
heck, I don't know. I think the Wind Waker level.
Yes, I love that level.
I just thought that was kind of cool.
That they kept
that
they
put
shade?
That in there. Not just that level in general, that they had a level from Wind Waker.
Yes,
I don't know. I just thought that was neat that Toon Link was in there.
Toon Link is better than regular Link.
Nah, I don't.
I
don't know about that.
He's more agile. He might not be as strong, but he's more agile.
I'd like to see a Mario 3 level.
Do they have a Mario 3 level? At all?
No.
Maybe even the Melee?
I don't believe Mario World.
They should have brought back Mario 2 level.
Yes, that was my favorite. Just because it was just like that game with the character stuck in there.
Yeah.
With the exact music and
that
everything.
was cool. That was cool.
Oh,
And you
and
had like Birdo.
Bramble Blast being in it.
Oh yes.
That was.
I still like the original music better, but the remix is still amazing.
The original from the game.
The original music track.
Oh, okay.
Not the.
Rather than the.
I remember when I first told you Bramble Blast was in it, you thought it was a stage. You're like,
with the barrels.
Yeah, I was like,
that'd be
wait a
kind
minute.
of crazy.
I think a Bramble Blast stage would have fitted better than whatever stage we have been done. That's my least favorite stage, other than the stupid Earthbound stage.
One that moves.
Yes, I don't like that stage. I don't like moving stages in a fighting game.
Level for that. I don't know why. They could have picked a better Donkey Kong.
They could have. Which is why I'm glad we actually.
Done one with the wind.
Oh gosh. And you see like Rambi and the other animals in the background.
Donkey Kong Country, everybody.
Yes, but I think the next Donkey Kong character, if they do bring one, will probably be Dixie.
Probably.
I think Dixie or King K. Rool.
I don't know what they're gonna do for the next one.
I don't know because. But we're spending too much time on Brawl.
We did talk about that a lot.
Well, it's on my list later, so we can cover things that we didn't cover later.
Geez, why didn't you say that?
Whatever. So, moving on. What's your second? You said it was tied with something?
Well, no, it wasn't tied. It was just a toss-up. I had to pick one. I'll just put in the honorable mentions.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4.
Okay. So your number 8 was Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yes.
So number 7 on my list, and you hate this game. Well, I don't think you hate it, but you don't like it. Is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I love Link's Awakening.
I don't know why you do.
It's my favorite 2D Zelda game.
I don't understand why.
I can't explain it. I just have so much fun with Link's Awakening. I love the Ballad of the Windfish's music. I
hate it.
I like the whole premises. Shield. That's the only thing you hate?
I don't like to jump. I feel like I switched my items on that game a million times. I hated that.
I like Link's Awakening. I love the dungeons. I like jumping.
Some of those dungeons were hard.
I like jumping.
That's jumping why you picked it, because you can jump.
No. I love the music. I love the whole premises of being on an island that disappears when you beat the game.
That sounds like a TV show.
Sounds like a TV show. What TV show are you talking about? I don't know who you are, so stop texting me.
Did you get one of those texts?
Yes. And it said, "Are you working tonight?" I'm like, "What?"
She said, "No."
No, I'm recording.
Link's Awakening, a sequel to Link to the Past.
Yes, and personally, my favorite 2D Zelda. My favorite moment in Link's Awakening would have to be. Now, this is going to be really weird, but there's two moments. One, when you meet Marion, or however you say her name, on the beach, and then you get to have her follow around. I think that was cool. I know you do get a chain chomp in that game,
it's weird,
which is cool. And then I love the ending. Goombas. I love the ending that when Link wakes up on his raft, you can see the windfish flying above, and the music is just. I don't know. I just love Link's Awakening. I think it's amazing.
And that song is in Majora's Mask.
But it's not the same. It's not the same. I've listened to it. It sounds nothing like this song. But yes, my number 7 is Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Game Boy Color, because you have that whole extra dungeon. DX, yes. So definitely a top download on my 3DS when it came out. I know you.
I got it for completion's sake.
Yes. You've played it once a long time ago.
And I played it again when I downloaded it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so that was mine. What is your number?
Super Mario Bros. 3.
3? My least favorite of the... Actually, no, it's my second favorite of the first 3.
I got it for Christmas, and I screamed like a little girl when I was a little kid.
Oh, jeez.
Because that was pretty anticipated. I don't know, it was completely different from Mario 1.
I will give it this.
Mario 2.
I like the raccoon suit. I like the Hammer Brothers suit. I like the suits.
Completely original.
I like the suits in the game.
Yes, Hammer Brothers suit, which is the best.
But you barely get it.
Well, you get in 7 and 8.
Yes.
And you can kill ghosts with it and the mobs, which is cool. That's the only game that you can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
And the best version of that is GBA.
GBA has the best version of all the original. Well,
yes.
They didn't really have it. No, the best version of the first one would have to be that one Game Boy Color one, was it?
No,
The
Mario
Super Mario Brothers
All-Stars
Deluxe.
has
Oh yeah, Mario
graph-
All Stars.
Yeah, the Mario Deluxe DX had Yoshi eggs
Yeah.
and stuff. But I like the graphics. Why are we talking about that? That's not even
I know.
Mario Brothers 3. Play the All-Stars version or the GBA version. GBA version's
Yes.
the best.
Yes.
And it had the Koopa Kids
Which
and all these
the
different
first game they were brought
worlds.
back was surprisingly
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Superstar
I
Saga.
know, it took forever for them to come back. Well, they were Mario World.
They were in Mario World. Yes.
But Mario 3 is my favorite 2D.
Mario 2
Because of the suits. I like the shoe.
Oh yeah, the shoe.
Caribou,
You don't get that a lot, do you?
No, that's very rare.
Um,
Should bring that back, Miyamoto.
I just think those levels are too short in Mario 3.
Well, that's the way they were back then.
Mario 2 had longer levels.
Mario 2 was a different beast. It was a different game completely.
True. We'll get to that later.
And why they won't bring that back?
We'll get to that later. So your number.
And they're finally bringing back the normal raccoon.
They had the
Tail.
normal raccoon tail. No, they did not.
That was Tanuki suit.
That was Tanuki suit.
Tanuki suit can turn into a statue.
Yeah.
It was just the original. Nobody had stuff like that.
True. All right, so that was your number 7. Mario. Can you not beat that far back? Yeah. All right, on to number 6.
My favorite moment.
Oh yeah, what is your favorite moment of
The Hammer Brothers suit.
I think Mario 3 has the worst Bowser fight, though. I will admit that.
The bricks.
I don't like that Bowser fight.
Better than Mario 1.
True, just jumping.
A little more
But-
depth to it.
But
This
it's
is the worst Bowser
you
fight
don't
ever.
actually fight Bowser. You just have him kill himself.
Well, you done Mario 1.
No, you can't fight him if you have fire.
Yeah, if you have firepower. If you
If
don't,
not, then you actually have to evade him.
exactly. That's kind of what you do in Mario 3.
It's
Yeah,
evade.
you're right. It's not it's a poor battle or whatever.
It is.
And the Angry Sun.
The angry son. Yes, the angry son.
It's when they came back in Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Why? I don't know. But okay.
Go.
So, moving on to number 6, another Mario game. One, I don't think you've played this. Number 6 is Paper Mario for the N64.
Another RPG.
Yes. I didn't get to play Paper Mario until it came out on the Virtual Console. I actually played the second one first, and I loved that one. I came to the first one and actually liked it more than the second one. I know a lot of people like Thousand Year Door better, but I kind of like the first one better. I like that you can get partners of like Koopa partner, and a Goomba Carpenter, Goomba Carpenter, a Goomba partner, and even a Boo partner. I like the partners. I like the story is, same old princess gets captured and all that junk. But I like the Star Spirits, and I don't know. I just like Paper Mario's gameplay too. The fact that Mario's paper and you can do like paper stuff is really amazing, and I don't know. I think it's cool. Favorite moment in Paper Mario, would have to be at the end when you fight Bowser, because I just think that's really cool. That and feeding a really fat Shy Guy food and watching him bounce all across the screen. Anything you have to say about Paper Mario?
I have nothing. I've never played it.
What did you think when you first heard about it?
I don't know. I heard it was an RPG in Los Angeles. That's what happened. It wasn't made by the same people that did Mario RPGs. So I was like,
Well, you like Super Paper Mario. That's
because
an action RPG.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, it's Paper Mario is my least favorite of the Paper Mario games.
I mean, it has some cool moments in it, but it was a tedious game. The most tedious game I've ever played in my life. A lot of talking and lot of...
Well, it's an RPG at heart, so there's going to be a lot of talking.
Well,
I like this. I love the story in Super Paper Mario. I do.
I think the concept. That was one of the reasons why I bought it. The concept.
The flipping from 3D.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat.
But yeah, Paper Mario, the first one, is my favorite of the Paper Mario series so far. I doubt Sticker Stars will change that, but we'll see. So number 6 is Paper Mario for the N64 on my list.
Number 6, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now, when this first came out, my anticipation for this game was off the charts. Probably to this day, the most anticipated. I remember
even more anticipated than Brawl? In terms of you?
Oh yeah.
In terms of you, or in terms of just the gaming in general?
Well,
Because in terms of gaming in general, I think Brawl had an amazing.
Because you have to understand the game that before that was Link to the Past, which I'll get to that later.
You had all of the other 2D ones. The Game Boy
I know, but I'm
ones.
saying to go from Link to the Past to the next game, I was anticipating. This was in 3D.
Yep.
And I remember EGM magazine had pictures of it, and I would every day look at those pictures. You have to understand 3D gaming was new at the time, and Zelda was probably the most realistic. Because Mario, is Mario. But to see those pictures, I was just salivating over it. I would look at those pictures. I would study those pictures.
That's a funny word.
And I remember pre-ordering it so I can get the gold.
Yes,
the
gold cartridge.
I remember going out with my dad on a Tuesday night at the Kmart to pick it up. But I couldn't play it. Yeah, that Kmart shut down. And the guy took forever to find it. And took it home, and I couldn't play it. Because obviously it was my Christmas present. And I had to wait, but I could look at the box. My brother rented it. And I didn't want to watch him play it or anything.
He beat it in a week.
And I didn't want, so he says. But I didn't want to play it or anything. I didn't want to ruin, and it was amazing.
Honestly, I love Ocarina of Time. I think the 3DS version is the best version of it.
Yeah, 3DS version definitely.
Because
it looks way better.
It looks way better. It fixes the whole boot situation where the boots actually become an clickable item instead of having to go to your inventory. I don't know. The 3DS version is
I always wanted them to
favorite
remake it. Kind of disappointed that they remade it on 3DS, not on the Wii. It would probably look better, but at least they remade it.
Having Ocarina of Time portable is really cool too.
I don't really care about it. I'd like to play on a big screen.
True.
If they would have waited till the Wii and remade it on there, that would be freaking.
Who knows? They might 15 years down the road.
It's true. I kind of doubt it.
Because
I would love to see
a
remake of it.
They remade a lot of N64 games between the DS and the 3DS.
Yeah, they're all portable though.
You have Super Paper Mario. You have Super Mario 64.
Yeah, and Star Fox,
which ironically actually plays better with the 3DS Circle Pad.
Yeah,
it's probably the only DS game that plays better with the 3DS Circle Pad. But that's a different game.
I know we keep going off on these other games.
That's fine.
But the whole timeline thing between child and adult.
That's the game that messed the whole timeline up.
Well, that was supposedly the beginning.
But it's not.
And it was just epic.
Yes.
And they changed the music.
and the shield. And the shield.
Which always ticked me off. The shield. Because I did like the music of the Fire Temple.
Okay, so what's your favorite moment of Ocarina?
Just playing it for the first time. I think that whole beginning wowed me. Because it was just nothing like it at the time.
Yes, Ocarina is definitely a huge. It's definitely. Moment. I don't know if I said this last time. It's one of my top 5 Zeldas.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about Ocarina? What do you think of Master Quest?
I never played it. I don't care.
It's on your 3DS.
I know, and I don't care to play it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I might play through it once to say I've tried it. I don't think. Is it harder?
Yes.
I know
that's what they said.
I know, the 3DS version actually, unlike the original Master Quest, it actually flips the map. Like, the map is completely flipped.
Yeah.
And I know the dungeon layouts are different. I don't know. I think it is harder. I think enemies deal more damage.
I don't
do it. But yes. So, your number 6 is
Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time. Alright. Moving on to the number 5. My number 5 is what I think is the best 3D Mario game of all time. Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why you think. Is it because of the water pack?
No, I like
my favorite parts in the game were when you didn't have the water pack.
See, I didn't like that part.
I love that. I love those little rooms.
I liked them, yes, but the whole premise. I like the whole premise of not necessarily the fact that you have to clean up, but I love the whole island gimmick where you're actually on an island and from if you're on a place, say you're on Bianca Hills, if you look out, you can actually see other levels. I think that's cool. The last Bowser fight is unique. I mean, he's really big. He's really huge for some
He's
reason.
in a bathtub.
It introduced us to Bowser Jr.,
which I hate.
I love Bowser
I
Jr.
hate that character so much.
I love the Shadow Mario chases. I think those are fun. It's fun. I mean, I will agree that there is a ton, and I mean a ton of red coin missions in that game. But every world has at least 3 red coin missions.
Is it that many?
Yes.
And you still got to get the 100 coins.
Yeah, and
that's always
while the blue coins can be tedious.
Pain in the butt to get.
I do like searching for them because I love the searching aspect too of the game, and I love the fact that it tries something different. I love the fact that it strays away from the regular Mario formula to do something different.
3D Mario games had searchable.
No, not really. No.
You're right.
I love the fact that it has stuff like that, and I love the fact that they actually made a stage for it in Brawl. I thought that was cool. They could have easily done. No, Galaxy wasn't out at that point, was it?
No. Galaxy.
But yeah,
Galaxy's better.
I love Super Mario Sunshine.
Galaxy's
I love the music.
hard.
I just love Super Mario Sunshine. My favorite moment in that game is
when he doesn't have the pack on.
No.
I love those parts.
Just playing it. Just playing Super Mario Sunshine, especially for the first time, because I remember when you got it.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, I just love Super Mario Sunshine. It's my favorite 3D Mario game of all time. I don't know if a future 3D Mario game will fix that, but until then, Super Mario Sunshine is number 5 on my top 10 list of games of all time. There.
Oh boy. Okay, number 5 for me. This is probably the only game that I have on my list just because of the story and because of the atmosphere.
Okay.
Gameplay is nothing to
Okay.
be excited about.
Heavy Rain.
Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2.
I have nothing really to say about
I
that.
know you don't. And I remember it came out like 2001. My brother rented it because he had a PlayStation 2. And I remember playing it, and it was the scariest thing I've ever played in my life.
Silent Hill games are scary.
I mean, I was terrified to play that game. I couldn't play it in the dark. Heck
now
no.
You can.
Heck no. Well, I played it so much now. Now I got the HD collection, which they finally fixed the freaking bugs in that game. It was almost unplayable. But I just finished it a couple of days ago for like the 4th time.
4th out of 6.
It's still, the story itself is amazing. It's probably my favorite story ever. It's just pure psychology. And I had never experienced anything like it. I didn't know horror could be like that. Of course, there's been some rip-offs, I guess, since then, but at the time, I just was blown away by it. Blown completely away by it. Out of all the Silent Hills, that is my favorite. 3 was pretty good. That's probably the scariest. It's 3. Mm-hmm. But I just like the story of 2. I was kind of hoping they would make a movie of that, which they didn't make a Silent Hill movie, but not of 2. They made a movie of 1 and 3. The next one coming out is about 3. I'll probably never see a Silent Hill 2 movie.
Okay.
Saddens me. But it's just, it has the best puking sound.
Yes, that's all I know of Silent Hill 2 is puking.
I don't know what it sounds like with the new voices, because on the HD collection they had to put new voice actors in there.
But they still have the old ones, don't they?
Yeah, after they did the new voice actors, they got the rights to the old ones. I don't know what was going on there. Whatever. I know people are in an uproar over the HD collection because of how terrible it was. But after the patch came out, I played through 2 and it was okay. Okay. But scariest.
Okay, so what do you think of the gameplay?
Gameplay is, it's survival horror, and it's kind of slow paced, and the controls are a little strange. You gotta get used to the way they control your character, because if you push up forward, you always go forward, no matter how the camera is. And once you get used to it, it's fine. Like, I can play the game without any trouble, but somebody that's never played it before is gonna have a hard time figuring it out. Because if your character's facing towards the camera, you want to push down to go forward. Mm-hmm. But if you push down, you'll go backwards.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would take some usage. It's not like it's not tankish controls, is it?
It's a little slow, but I've never had a problem with it.
Okay.
It's all about story for that one. Best moment, the puking.
I'd have to agree with you on that. That's the only part I know.
The ending, because it has a completely shocking ending. One of the most shocking endings I've ever seen in anything.
Okay.
It comes out of nowhere, and I like the little letter that the character's wife reads at the end.
Okay.
It's this long letter, and there's no music, and it's cool.
Okay. So that's number 5.
That's number 5. Silent Hill 2.
Okay. Moving on to number 4. On my list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, is there anything else you want to say about?
No.
No? Okay. Number 4 on my list is, you've never played this. I don't think you have a desire.
Probably not.
Number 4 is, my personal favorite of the series is Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
Oh, my.
When I first saw it at the store, I was debating, should I get this or should I get Sonic Heroes?
And you got Animal Crossing.
I got Sonic Heroes. Because I asked my dad, I was like, what do you think I'd have more fun with, Animal Crossing or Sonic Heroes?
You wonder what he would say.
And he's like, Sonic Heroes. So I was like, all right, I got Sonic Heroes. About a week later, I'm just like, I really want to play Animal Crossing. I've heard of it.
Why?
I think it's good.
Why?
It's a player's choice and everything.
Yeah.
So I got Animal Crossing. I played it to death. My gosh. Animal Crossing, I love the Animal Crossing series. I'm so excited for Animal Crossing 3DS. I think the GameCube version is the best because it has the most you can do. While the DS version added hats. And all that other stuff. The 3DS, the GameCube version has, balls. It has.
It has balls.
It has a ton of different stuff that the other games don't have. City Folk, while it was good, was almost exactly the same as the DS version. I love the music for the GameCube version more so than the other ones. And I've spent more time with Animal Crossing, I think, than any other game in my life.
Well, how do you beat that game?
It's a never-ending game. It's
It's
like a simulation.
Like SimCity.
In a way, you basically live in your town, you take care of your town, you got weeds, you can plant, you pay off your mortgage, which basically is your main thing, and you can buy furniture. You can talk to animals and get, side, quests to do. Plus, I loved that there's a GBA link up to get to a secret island on the game, which was cool. And
Does it disappear?
No. And I like that you can actually travel to other people's towns. I mean, I do like how the DS version of City Folk do it better. We can actually be on the same town at once. I think they improved that. I don't know. I just love Animal Crossing. My favorite moments in Animal Crossing are when it rains because I love the music. And I like the fact that raining, you can have a better chance of catching a coelacanth, which is the most rarest.
Sounds like a disease.
No, it's the rarest fish in the game. I like the fact you can catch fish and bugs.
Hey, coli.
There's just so much to do in Animal Crossing, and for me, the GameCube version never gets old. City Folk and DS version will get old after a while, but I think the GameCube version does not get old. I need to get back to that LP shoot. That'll come eventually.
How do you do that on that?
Very carefully.
Doesn't it have games on there?
Yes, you can. Another reason I like the game, you can unlock, 10 or a little bit more different NES games. They were originally going to have, Mario, Super Mario, and Zelda, but they cut them out for some reason, and you can get them with Action Replay, and they still play. But, I mean, they have Excite Bike, they have Wario's Woods, which I think is a really fun game.
That's a puzzle.
It is a puzzle game, but I think it's fun. You're actually controlling Toad and Wario's Woods.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's fun. And there's other NES games that are fun, too. I can't remember them off the top of my head, because I play Wario Woods the most. But I just love Animal Crossing. What are your thoughts on Animal Crossing?
I have no desire.
No desire
for that game.
You don't like life simulation games?
No.
Have you ever played it?
Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I remember
think I would enjoy it.
I remember when they announced Rossetti and the Pitfall from Animal Crossing on the Super Smash Bros. Dojo, that they had the leaf symbol from Animal Crossing. You're like, they have the symbol. I can guarantee you they're gonna have an Animal Crossing boy as a fighter. I'm like, how would they do that? And they had a stage, and I'm just like, how would they have a character from Animal Crossing? They have an axe and hit people with it, but they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
I like the fact that they had a stage, though. I thought that was cool, and that Rossetti was in it. But yeah, Animal Crossing for the GameCube is number 4 on my list, and I don't know if 3DS will change that, but it's my favorite of the series. So yeah, number 4 is Animal Crossing.
Number 4.
Number 4
Shadow of the Colossus.
I thought you were going to say Shadow the Hedgehog.
Heck no. Probably one of the most original games out there.
It definitely is original.
It pretty much is all boss battles. There's nothing else. I mean, it has this huge world.
Yeah.
It's barely any story, so they're supposedly making a movie out of this.
Really?
Yeah, they're planning on making a movie.
Huh.
And they're probably going to ruin it.
Okay.
Really, there's no story to the game. You just have to kill these Colossus to raise your dead girlfriend. That's it. There's this whole giant world that you can roam around. Really, there's no reason to roam around the world except you can find these little geckos with tails. And you shoot them with your bow.
Are they small? And
well, you can see
are they as
them.
bad as like finding the pigeons in Grand Theft Auto 4?
No. Because they're always around the state points.
Oh, gotcha.
But they're in other places. But that raises your health. And then there's fruit you can find in various places. But as is exploration, like it was different to explore a world that you don't even really need to explore. But I did it anyway just because it looked so good. The boss battles were basically big puzzles. Because you got to climb and find their weak points. And there's like, I think there's 15 of them. 15
giants in total?
Colossi.
Colossi.
And it was just an epic game. So much fun to play.
They made a sequel to it, don't they?
No.
I thought that Echo
was
like kind
no,
of like
it's made by this. That came out before that.
I thought it was like a prequel or a sequel or something.
It was made before, but no, it's not the same story.
I thought it was just like
In the same world, it might
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I think so. Okay. You kind of hint at it at the end of the Shadow of the Colossus. It has a really neat ending. Kind of scratches your head. They don't really explain it. Some people hated it. I kind of really liked it. I thought it was kind of neat. The last Colossus is like a building. Huge.
Wasn't there a flying one and a water one?
There's a flying one. The water one takes you down. Oh, that freaks me out.
Yeah, because you're one who doesn't like water.
I don't like when you go down in the water and it's dark and murky.
Like, I know. Me. Didn't you say that there was a section in Metroid that had
Metroid
that?
Prime, I almost had a panic attack. When I fell, the sunken ship, you go underwater and you gotta go down this thing. Boy. But you have to jump from ledge to ledge.
Because I know you didn't like
I missed. Yeah, and I missed one of the ledges and I just dropped. And all I could see was murky water. No, I hit the bottom of the thing. It freaked me out. But anyway, Shadow of the Colossus is like a work of art. That's cool music.
Didn't they? And it came out for HD.
And they did HD collection. They did HD collections of like all my favorite games, which is cool. And it looks way better. Plays better. Not much of a story, but it was a good. It was very emotional, even though it didn't have a story to it. You gotta play. It's original.
I've played it.
Definitely very original.
You said you wanted me to do a LP
I
of
know.
it, but if it's just bosses and the world is so bland, not bland.
Not bland. I mean, it looks good.
So nothing to do. That would be really, really boring to do commentary over.
Not if you just do the bosses.
I mean, I know there's an LP.
If you just go right to the bosses.
True, but there is an LP a really popular LP who's going to be LPing that game here shortly. So I guess I can see how he does it.
Well, you just explain what you're doing. I don't know. I guess. You just gotta follow the light on your sword to go where the next boss is.
Jesus, Skyward Sword.
Well, he does hold it up.
Okay, so favorite moment?
Definitely unique. Favorite moment? I don't know, fighting the first... I played a demo of the game before I ever played the real game. I don't know, just fighting that first boss and killing him. It's like this great sense of accomplishment. You're this little guy and you kill this gigantic thing.
So
like
what was
one
your
down,
Colossus?
14 to go.
What was your favorite Colossus?
I
think I remember you fighting the flying one.
Flying one's cool. Because you gotta jump on him and catch one of his hair. Mm-hmm. I really like that one. I guess. But
So is that all you want to say about that?
yes, and they're making a movie, and it better be good.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that was your number 4.
4.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
On Chris's list. So number 3 on mine, which was earlier on his, is Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Number 4.
Number 3. We already
3.
did 4. Yes. Number 3 is Super Smash Bros.
Really?
Brawl. Yes.
Only because Sonic's in it.
Sonic's in it, which is
It's
amazing,
Sonic,
but that is not the only reason I like it. I love the replay value of it. I love that, they added a ton of more collectibles. You have the stickers, which are a pain to get.
Which I can't get. I got 2 more to get. Does anybody out there have them all?
Yeah,
is it even
really
possible to get all those freaking
I'm
stickers?
sure it is.
You have to play.
I know, you have to play for forever. But,
I don't know
it has the best
I always
roster
liked
of
the
characters out of all of the games.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Definitely. It definitely has a really good amount of stages. I would have loved if there was,
DLC stages.
like DLC stages or even N64 stages. They had no N64
Yeah, they
stages.
did. They had Mario 64 stage.
N64 stages. Like from the N64 Smash Brothers.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. They didn't have any. Did they?
No. They didn't.
Yeah, like they have a Mario 1 one.
They had Melee stages. They
They had
didn't
a Mario 1 I liked.
Yeah, which was like
But it wasn't.
kind of graphic, like
Yeah,
how it is
I
then,
always
where everything was
I
like
always liked those.
dusty and all that stuff. Which
Oh,
is cool.
yeah. No, I mean,
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yes. I loved like the Animal Crossing stage, as I mentioned earlier, the Sonic stage, obviously. I love the Wind Waker stage, which you stated earlier that you liked. The Sunshine stage was awesome. Subspace Emissary, it was fun. The story, like I liked the cutscenes, and the cutscenes were cool. But I think the gameplay could have been a little bit better. I mean, at times it was tedious to get 100% to get all the, the golden square things. And some of the bosses were cool. Like I liked fighting Peter Piranha and who else?
Ridley.
Ridley was in there, yeah.
Weren't they the only 2?
Meta Ridley. You had Meta Ridley.
Yeah.
All the other ones were just kind of like made up bosses.
Yeah, exactly. They probably could have done a better job at that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they kind of favored Ganondorf out of the other main bad guys because he was kind of like the main bad guy in that game.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it should be.
I liked how they shoehorned, not really shoehorned, but they kind of added Master Hand a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
But they kind of really didn't do much. Like, you didn't fight him in the Subspace Emissary. I think it would have been cool if you would have fought him at least once. But yeah, and I like how they actually used Sonic to save everybody at the end. Better late than never. But yeah, so anything that we didn't cover last time, talking about Brawl.
Trophies. I always like the trophies.
Yeah. They could probably cut down on Pokemon trophies because there's a ton
Well,
of
because
Pokemon
everyone loves
trophies.
Pokemon. There's a million Pokemon.
And
That's
they
why they
focus
do it.
more on other series trophies. Like I like how the Legend of Zelda series had trophies from both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. So I think the Wii U will probably have from Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that's how they do it. I don't know why.
Why not?
It really.
I mean, the N64. Not N64.
They should combine everything.
What
now.
did Melee have? Trophy wise. Did they have
Ocarina.
Did they have Ocarina trophies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was the Ocarina Link.
Yeah. I don't remember.
There was no Zelda.
Oh yeah, because there was Majora's Mask.
Yeah, because that came out at the beginning of the GameCube.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just think Brawl's amazing. I know, like, there's some things that are insanely hard to do, like boss mode on tanks and all that fun stuff, but yeah. And I like the fact that they tried to do online, but it's
Nobody ever was on when I was
Nobody
on.
was on, and it could be very, very laggy. So they could have done a better job. I hope they do a better job with Wii U.
I'm sure. They're way behind, though.
And I like the fact that they actually had some unique stages, like the Picto Chat stage. And they had
WarioWare, that was another stage.
Oh my gosh, I think Brawl has an amazing soundtrack too, because they have so many good tracks from games.
Yeah.
and they have some weird tracks. Like the Roost from Animal Crossing is a weird track. You have the Pikmin stage
Metal
environment,
Gear.
which is just
Singing.
animal noises. You have the Metal Gear singing. Okay, whatever. You had the Wii Shop channel. You had Wii Sports. And yeah. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. Brawl is number 3, and my favorite moment is, of course, October 10th, when they announced Sonic the Hedgehog to be in the game. I freaked out. Because I remember I was getting ready for school, and I checked it before I got in the shower. I was so excited that I almost didn't take a shower. But I did, so no worries.
Well, we're all glad you took a shower that day.
But yes, number 3 for me is Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
3, I just wanted to put the whole God of War series. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, it's hard to pick. God of War 3 is pretty awesome. Because that whole Titan fight is one of the greatest things ever in a video game. When you fight Kronos. It's pretty awesome. But the game
I've seen a little bit of God of War.
It's a fun game to play. It's a great story. And you're killing gods. What could be funner than that, everybody?
Wow.
It's pretty violent.
Yes.
I put God of War 2 down. Because I remember after playing God of War 2, I thought this is one of the best things ever.
It's not number 1.
It's just epic.
Oh, snap.
I don't know. It's 3. But it's just amazingly epic. Now, supposedly they're going to do a movie of God of War. How they're going to do that, I don't know. But they better do it right.
Movies of everything. Where's our
I
Legend
know.
of Zelda
This
movie?
just happened
And Sonic
lately
movie.
that they just announced these.
Aren't they making a Halo movie?
They were.
Ah,
But it got shut down.
good. Doesn't need a movie. Doesn't even need another game.
Why are we talking about him?
I don't know.
Kratos has been in everything. He's been in Mortal Kombat. He's been Soul Calibur. Now he's going to be in this
PlayStation
All-Star
Smash Brothers
bull
copy.
crap. But I just love how Kratos, I think it was God of War 2. I think it was God of War 2 where he basically dies. And you have to fight your way through hell and come back, which I thought was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. It takes a turn.
Indeed. So, what's your favorite moment?
The Titan, the Kronos fighting God of War 3. The boss fights are awesome. All the boss fights are unique and really fun. Mine are the funnest
Okay,
boss
so if
fights.
you had to pick one, which one's your favorite?
Favorite boss fight?
No, favorite God of War.
That's hard. It's either 2 or 3. 3 was on PS3. I wish they all would have been on PS3. They would have been amazingly epic.
Didn't they release a...
Yeah, HD collection
Yes.
of 1 and 2, and then the PSP prequels. They did a separate.
Did you get that?
Which they're actually really good too. Yeah, I got it. And that one of them, you bash your inner child's head into this wall.
Wow.
My favorite moment now. They're all good. They're all amazing games. Fun to play.
Fun to play.
It's just an action game.
I don't really have much to say about that.
I know.
Anything else you want to say?
No.
No, you don't sound so...
What?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Alright. Number 2 on my list is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
Number 2.
Yes, it is my favorite 3D Zelda game of all time. I thought it was a little weird at first seeing cartoon
It
graphics.
is kind of weird, isn't it, to see that?
Yeah, but, it works. It works
does.
for what it does. I love the fact that they actually have expressions for Link and that they have, they added some comedic stuff, which it's not just too serious, Like, Twilight Princess was a good game, but I think it was too serious. They didn't really have too many, laughable moments in it.
No.
Skyward Sword had a really good story, and it had laughable moments, and it had seriousness.
Yeah,
But,
combination of everything.
Now, a lot of people hate the sailing in Wind Waker. I
loved
personally
it.
like the sailing.
Yeah.
I do. The only thing that I don't like in Wind Waker would have to be controlling my car, as I said, in the LP.
Maker.
And Medley. I don't like controlling them. I mean, it's okay. It works well, but it's a waste of time because I don't like having to play the command melody so many times. If they would have just pressed press the Z button to switch between characters, it would have been better.
Wow.
But Wind Waker has amazing music. Favorite moment would either have
that's
to
what
be.
I didn't say. Sorry, I forgot to say something about one of my games that I didn't say, I don't think.
All right, let me finish with one.
All right.
It has an amazing soundtrack. My favorite moment would have to be either fighting the Helm King, Link getting smashed into the side of the Tower of the Gods, which was funny, or just the final boss with Ganon was awesome too. Wind Waker is an amazing game, and as of still, my favorite 3D Zelda game. What do you think of Wind Waker? Anything you want to say?
That's good.
It's good, okay.
It's a good one. It
It
surprised
is a good
me after seeing it. I
See,
explained this before.
just that game just proves to you that graphics do not make a game. You could have the most hideous graphics and still have a really great game on your hands.
Exactly.
You don't need realistic graphics to make a game. Just saying. I mean, sure, they look nice. So, yep, number 2 on my list is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Chris?
Anyway, when they go back to Silent Hill 2, that has an amazing soundtrack. Not just soundtrack, but effects. That adds so much to the game. Just the weird sound effect. Silent Hill 3 actually comes with the soundtrack to the game. And it's great.
It's great. Don't put it in front of the mic because it might cover your voice.
No, it's not. Anyway, now number 2, Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation 1.
Old one.
And
Old one of that.
I remember reading about the game and everyone raving about it, so I found it used, I think. Bought it.
Used?
Absolutely loved it. Every freaking second of that game. The music, that's another game, the music. I don't, very rarely do I like music in a game, but
I think video game music has very underrated.
That depends. Symphony of the Night has fantastic music. But just, well, it kind of stole stuff from Metroid.
What, like backtracking?
Yeah, backtracking. You have to go and get this item and you go back. But I like that. You have to explore the entire castle. You get all this weapons. It has a lot of collectibles, which I always like in a video game.
Is that the game
it's
that
pretty
had
good story.
The one room in the map that you could not get to? You could not figure out how to get to that one room? Or was that a different Castlevania game? No, there was one Castlevania game. You were looking at a map that you had, and there was one
map,
room.
and the map was messed. The map wouldn't fill in. Isn't that what it was?
I don't remember. I just know that there was one
I don't think I could not get the map completed for some reason in that game. I don't know if there was something wrong or something I did. For some reason I couldn't. Now they re-released it for the PSP. I never played it.
They don't have a PSP.
I know they have new voice actors and stuff, but I like the voice actors.
So that was, you can definitely say that that's your favorite Castlevania?
Oh yeah, by far. I mean, they tried to emulate it on the GBA and they did a pretty good job, but I don't know, there's something about that one. But there's this whole flip once you think the game is over. You start the game over again with the upside down castle, which kind of came out of nowhere. Which I thought was really cool. It's my favorite 2D game. Well, side-scrolling game.
It's not number 1.
Well, that's because that's not side-scrolling. Technically.
It's still 2D.
But it's
a
lot of fun.
Anything else you want to say about your favorite moment?
When you learn about the upside-down castle.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know. I just liked filling the map completely. Trying to get 100%. It was an addicting game to get everything.
Yeah, definitely. I see what you mean. There's one game that's addicting that I like. It's not on my list. Because it's a licensed game. But,
yeah. Is it SpongeBob?
SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, my, really?
It's the only... It's a really good licensed game. It really is. They take stuff
Okay.
from Mario 64. Like each level has a certain number of
Like
golden
Banjo-Kazooie.
spatulas. A certain number of golden spatulas that you have to collect, and you have to do certain stuff to get them.
Right.
And it does a really good job, unlike other licensed games. I don't know. Maybe you might like it. I don't know. It can be easy at times, and it has other collectibles. But we're not talking about that game right now. It's not on my list anyway, so we're not going to talk about it. Anything else you want to say about Castlevania?
Symphony of the Night? No.
No? Okay, then. So number 2 on your list was Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
Okay. On to number 1 of my list. He's going to have nothing to say.
No.
But number 1 on my list is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Oh yeah, I said it. I played...
All time?
Yes, my favorite game of all time is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I've played Sonic Adventure and I played Sonic Heroes first. So when I went to Sonic Heroes, I'm like, wait, why is there a black and red hedgehog? Why is there a bat with wings? Well, bats do have wings.
A bat with
like,
wings.
Like, where did these people come from? Until I saw on the back of the Sonic Heroes booklet, or was it Sonic Adventures booklet? It was one of the two, and it's had an ad for Sonic Adventure 2. I'm like, I didn't know there was a 2. Now this was during the GameCube, so I did not. I knew there was Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast because my brothers had it. They never played it, but had it.
It was not mine.
Jason had it because he said it was the only game out.
Yes.
But yes, I went to the store. You actually took me to get it. We got it.
Did?
Yes, we got it at Blockbuster. Remember? You took me to
Not
get
really.
it because I looked
Not
at the
really.
back and I was reading it. I was reading it and I said, "What does mild lyrics mean?" You're just like something stupid. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. You're like, I don't know, something stupid. I'm just like, all right. Took it home. I played it. I thought it was amazing. So much better than Sonic Adventure. And it introduced one of my favorite characters, Shadow the Hedgehog. The music is amazing. It has one of my favorite main themes, Live and Learn. You've seen the final battle so many times. I love that scene. The story, I think, is the best Sonic story. I mean, it's serious, but it's not as serious as Sonic 06, which had a super serious story. It's almost Final Fantasy-like. But I don't know. Sonic Adventure 2 was fun. That's probably the Sonic game I've spent the most time on. Like, if you look at my file on the GameCube, it has 200 and some hours spent on it. That's probably mostly because of the Chow World, which I love the Chow World. That's fun. I would wish they would bring that back. But I'm so excited that they're actually releasing Sonic Adventure 2 for the Xbox 360, the Xbox Arcade. So that is going to be really fun to play through. Had a ton of replay value. I love the multiplayer in the game. My favorite moment in Sonic Adventure 2 would have to be towards the end of the game where Shadow realizes he needs to help everybody, and just the whole transformation into Super Sonic, Super Shadow, the whole fight, and the fact that Shadow dies, and just that whole ending scene. I don't know. I just like it. Yeah. So number 1, my favorite game of all time is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
I knew it was going to be Sonic.
Of course. Anything you want to say about Sonic Adventure 2?
No!
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. What about you, man?
Number 1 of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
I knew it. I knew it.
Why this is my number 1 game? I don't really know.
I really don't see it.
Just
but
something.
okay.
What was number 2 on G4's Top 100?
I know, but I personally don't see
And
it.
no, Entertainment Weekly did a Top 100 games, and that was number 1. I don't know. It was just the combination. Just everything in that game just seemed to work.
No, I do think it was miles ahead of Zelda 1.
Well,
So
yeah,
much
it was
better
just
than
Super Nintendo.
all of that. But
I don't know. It was just gaming perfection. I don't even know how to I play that game and it just feels right. It's just a combination of the way the game looks. I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks right. It's kind of cartoony looking, but Super Nintendo. And I like that.
okay.
I like the dungeons. I like the fact that there's a dark world. I love I'll tell you the one thing I really liked was upgrading your sword. For some reason, I just always loved upgrading my sword and getting that gold.
So you like that in
Skyward Sword, I love that they brought that back. I loved it. Okay. I love getting that gold and Link to the Past, that gold Master Sword. I don't know, it's just... I love the artwork in the booklet. I love that artwork.
Okay,
I don't know
why. Do you like the original Super NES version or the GameCube version? Or GBA. I'm sorry, GBA.
GBA version is better.
Just because they add the...
Well, they changed... Yeah, they...
And they added the Four Sword Adventure thing.
Well, they just changed the little things here and there to kind of... I don't know, it's just a little better. Supposedly they're going to remake it again. I don't know what that means.
I've heard,
I don't understand what they mean by that.
I've heard different things of whether they were going to do it in terms of like Ocarina style, where it's actual 3D, or if they were just going to
how would they do that?
Or if they were just going to do like what they did with Kirby's Adventure, the 3D classics of Kirby Adventure, just make the game,
that's probably what
upgrade it, and just make it in 3D.
That's probably what they mean, which isn't much of anything.
It's either that or Majora's Mask. Which will
probably
how
are they going to do 3D? Oh, you mean like... Oh, you said Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't even explain why.
Why is number one? Okay, what's your favorite moment?
Getting that Master Sword.
Getting the Master Sword?
And every time I upgraded it.
Yeah, when it turned like orange.
I don't know, it's like exploring it like... At the time, when I first played it, it was amazing. There's tons of dungeons in that game.
I know, there's like 10 or something like that. Because you had like 3 at the start.
Yeah, it was
and
3,
like
7, and there's Ganon's Tower.
So there's 11. There's 11. Jeez. Probably has the most dungeons of any Zelda game.
Ocarina had a lot, too. Didn't it? I don't know, the game was just perfect.
I think that had 10.
And I enjoy playing it, every second of it.
Or it might have had the same amount.
Puzzles.
I'll admit, it was fun.
I
It was fun. There were some things that are...
I like the story.
Stupid.
Huh?
There are some things that are stupidly hard.
Oh, stupidly hard?
Yes. Like some heart pieces to collect.
I got them all.
Yeah.
I think I know where they're all at still. I beat that game without a guide too. Somehow I managed to find all the heart pieces without it.
That's not a
Probably
bad thing.
because I played it
the most.
So much.
Is that the Zelda game you played the most?
Probably.
You would say?
Well, I played Ocarina a lot. Between all the
it's been released
between all the re-releases.
I mean, it's
but I haven't played Link to the Past in a while.
I mean, you have the release for 3DS, you have 2 for the GameCube, you have the N64, you have the Virtual Console.
Yeah. I don't know, that game has a lot of satisfaction to me when I play it. Every time I get that big treasure chest open. I don't know, it's more satisfying to me. I played it than any other Zelda game. It's simpler because it's not 3D, but it's... I don't know.
And they don't do too many 2D Zeldas like that anymore. The last one was Minish Cap.
Minish Cap, and it wasn't nearly as good.
Actually, I guess you can say Four Swords. But...
It wasn't nearly as good because I didn't really like the shrinking thing. It all depends on what the gimmick is. Yeah, I like the 2 worlds, the mirror.
The shrinking wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad, Chris. It's not as... Do you like Minish Cap more than Link's Awakening?
I don't know. I haven't played Minish Cap. I played that one time.
You should probably play it through once.
Well,
I like the Kingstones pieces. And I like...
Yes, I like finding the people. I like doing stuff like that.
That's why you like Majora's Mask. Side quest.
Yeah.
Alright, but that's not on the list. Anything else you want to say about Link to the Past? As your number 1 game of all time.
It was a toss-up between that and Castlevania, really.
Okay.
It really was.
So that was our top 10. Now we're just going to go through, because, there's so many good games. We're going to go through a few honorable mentions, so I guess you could say it's like our, 15-ish, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go down. One of my honorable mentions, which would be number 11 on my list, is Kirby's Epic Yarn. Oddly, I've been playing.
You like that better than Kirby Superstar?
Yes. I've played through this game recently, and I don't know what. I like the collecting aspect of it. I love collecting the items in this game. While it's not traditional Kirby, you don't suck people in and collect their powers. I still think it's fun, and I love like the transformations in the game. I don't know, it's fun. My favorite moment in Kirby's Epic Yarn had to be transforming into the rocket ship, because the music is amazing. I just love I don't know, it's fun, and fighting King DDD in his yarn form is funny too. But yeah, so number 11 on my honorable mention.
We don't have to number them.
No, but I have them numbered on my list. So.
Oh.
But yeah, is Kirby's Epic Yarn. Anything you have to say about Kirby?
Epic Yarn?
Yes.
Looks neat.
It does.
It has a unique look to it, that's for sure.
Which we should play that later before I leave. That's it, because I have it. So yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Alright, let's...
Honorable mention 1, Resident Evil 4. What's funny about this is I never was into Resident Evil at all. I wasn't before that came out, but I read about it in a magazine, and they completely changed the style of the gameplay. It sounded really interesting how you could,
Is that the one
jump.
with Chris Redfield? Whatever his name is?
No, he was in 5.
Was it 5 or was it 4?
No, 4 was Leon,
Okay.
the president's daughter.
Okay.
But just the description of the game, how, pinpoint accuracy and being able to, pretty much do whatever you want in the game, like move a shelf over to block a window, jump out a window. So I just thought it sounded really interesting, so I bought it. Turns out to be one of the funnest games ever. Especially, the best moment is when you and this other guy are trapped in the house and all the zombies are coming in. Like every window, and you gotta, push a shelf up to this window, and you run upstairs and you hide in the corner. Really fun.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
The Wii version is probably my favorite, because with the Wii remote, it's so much easier.
Is it easier?
It is, oh my gosh. They did an HD downloadable, which normally I would get, but I said no, I like my Wii version, because I like to be able to point.
Yeah,
it made the game so much easier.
Yeah.
Pinpoint accuracy was even greater. A lot of people don't like that you have to stop and shoot. I never minded it. I like being able to shoot any part of the body.
Okay.
You shoot them in the leg, they fall over.
I gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay. So I gotta say?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 12 on my honorable mention list, or just list period, is... Don't laugh at me at this.
I am.
Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension for the Wii.
No.
The Wii version.
No.
I like it because it's very Ratchet and Clank like, because it was made by people who made Ratchet and Clank. At least one of the PSP ones. I can't remember what it was. It has the Ratchet and Clank aspect, like you have, it's like a shooter beat 'em up type thing. You can upgrade your weapons. It has pretty good platforming and it has a ton of characters to choose from. It obviously from my favorite TV series of all time, but the music doesn't really have good music, because the music whatever.
Of course not.
But they actually got the voice actors from the TV show to voice the characters.
They normally do,
which is really good. Definitely better than the other DS Phineas and Ferb games that were out. I don't really know what to say. My favorite moment in that is let's see here, the ending when you're fighting the final boss, and so, if you know Ferb, he doesn't really talk a lot. One of his lines is, "Brother, I've got your back." I just think that is so cool that he says that. I don't know. It's cool.
Oh, right.
It's cool. But yes, number 12 on my list is Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension for the Wii. Anything you need to say?
Not about that, no.
Fine.
I'm just going to go down what I've written.
Okay.
Honorable mention, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time.
Super NES version?
Yes. Not the arcade version. The SNES version was way better, had more levels in it. Yes. I don't know, the game was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I liked the diversity of the levels. It only took an hour to beat.
I liked playing
But
it with
I
you.
could play it over and over and over again.
I liked
For some
playing it with you.
weird
It was
reason.
it was a really good multiplayer.
You throw people at the screen. It was just craziness to me at the day.
And they actually had to do that for a boss
Yeah,
fight.
for a boss fight, you have to shredder. You have to throw the
That,
foot soldiers at the screen.
yes.
It's probably my favorite moment in the game. For some reason, throwing people up at the screen was cool back in the day. They did do a remake, an HD remake. It's the arcade version. It's the arcade version. It's not nearly as good.
No, it's a good game, but it's not.
And it has the greatest boss music ever.
Yes,
It's
it has
awesome.
some
I
of
love
the
it. I don't know
funniest
why.
bosses too.
Yeah, they got cool boss fights. When you get the
Yeah.
two Bebop and Rocksteady, they hit each other.
It's just fun. I do. I
It
agree
is a
with
fun
you.
game. Definitely.
Turtles in Time is definitely a really good
Yep.
game for the NES version. Super
Nice.
NES version. Sorry.
I used to have it, not anymore. It sucks.
Favorite moment?
Throwing people up the screen.
Okay. All right then. Is that all you gotta say? Okay. 13 on my honorable mention is The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Yeah, that's right.
What?
The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Why?
I like Twilight
Because
Princess.
of the wolf.
No,
The
I
wolf
didn't
is
really
dumb.
like the wolf aspect.
Well, tell me why you picked this whenever all these others.
I played it a lot.
Tell me what it is.
I've explored it the most.
Is it the realisticness?
No, I've explored that world the most out of any Zelda game. I mean, I've explored Wind Waker's to death, but I've explored.
There's not much. There's a lot of water.
I've explored. I've explored Twilight Princess's world the most. I've had a lot of fun. I like some of the dungeons. I love the dragon boss on the Sky Temple thing. That boss is insanely fun. As you said earlier, it has one of the best Ganondorf fights.
Best Ganondorf
Okay.
fight.
The
That's
music
cool,
is
man.
cool. I like Midna. Midna, I do like.
She's
Midna.
hot at the end.
I think she's better than stupid Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum in Skyward
Oh,
Sword.
I like her. She was a robotic.
She had no
Technology. She was like
personality, obviously, because
She
she was
was
a
robotic,
robot.
that's why.
Yeah, but I like
She
Midna.
talked.
Sort of.
Did she?
Midna talked.
Wow.
Like, Ajna. But yes, I did like Twilight Princess. My least favorite part of Twilight Princess was catching the stupid bugs in the Twilight Realm. Favorite part, like, most memorable moment in Twilight Princess is probably fighting the dragon or the Ganondorf fight. You know, where Ganondorf just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, 13, Twilight Princess. Honorable mention.
Okay. My next honorable. Super Double Dragon with the Super Nintendo. Beat 'em up game, and the reason why I like this game, I'll tell you exactly why.
Why?
For one thing only. You can block. When a guy goes to punch and kick you, you block.
Okay.
If they kick, you grab their leg. If they punch, you grab their arm. You're sitting there holding it. If you hit the punch button, just punch him in the face. For some reason,
Wow.
I just think that's the greatest move of any game.
So that
I love that. Or you kick him in the face like this.
Chris,
so
no
cool.
one can see what you're doing.
Well, if you played the game, you'll know. For some reason, the ability to block and catch the person's arm. No other game I've ever played can you do that. Ever. But you have to block at the right moment. And now bosses, you can do that, but you have to be precise. You can do that to a boss, like punch him in the face. That game was so much fun. I'm waiting for that to come out for the Virtual Console because I miss it.
You miss it?
I just want to kick people in the face while holding their arm or leg. And then you can uppercut them and they spin on the ground and then they hit.
Wasn't this re-released for the Game Boy Advance?
Not Double Dragon 1.
Oh, gotcha.
You can't do the blocking thing.
Okay.
That was the only one. Double Dragon. Double Dragon.
So you're like
Super Double Dragon 4.
So that is your favorite moment?
Pa 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 pa, and then they like spin around.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Double Dragon.
So another one on my honorable mention list, which is number 14, is Super Mario Brothers 2.
It's the vegetables.
Yes, it's
The quirkiest game ever.
my favorite 2D Mario game. It's my
Why?
favorite.
Because the vegetables and the shotgun.
I don't know. I just liked it.
It's different.
It is different.
There's no
And
blocks to hit.
No, you can't jump on enemies to kill them.
No, yeah.
The last boss has the most weirdest way of dying. He has fruit in his mouth,
Vegetables.
which somehow makes his eyes bleed. I don't know why.
He's allergic.
I guess so. But, I mean, it introduced a ton of stuff.
Well, it was cool that you could be the princess and Toad.
Exactly. You had 4 playable characters. And none of them were, like, copies of one another. Like New Super Mario Brothers Wii did with 2 Toads.
Princess can fly.
Yes, which
she
kept
does
that in the
Smash
Brawls.
Which I like.
Brawls, the Smash Brothers series.
Which I liked. They kept the flying.
You know, they didn't really introduce Shy Guys because Yoshi's Island did that. But, you know, they had Shy Guys, they introduced Birdo.
Mario 2 came out before Yoshi's Island.
This is true.
What are you talking about?
This is true. Okay, so they introduced Shy Guys. They introduced Pidgeots, which...
Bob-ombs.
Bob-ombs. They introduced...
Pidgeots aren't really in any of the games except for
Birdos. Pidgeots were in one of the RPGs. I think it was Mario and Luigi 2. Yeah, because you were actually on Yoshi's Island for some reason, and Pidgeots were in there. I don't know why. But, yeah, it introduced Birdo, which she became more of a staple in the spin-offs.
Yeah. Sports games.
The sports games, kind of like
Waluigi,
which I love.
Daisy.
Hi, I'm Daisy! But yeah. Anyway, yeah, so 14...
GBA version, definitely way better.
Yeah.
They had a great coin.
My favorite moment is just playing it. Collecting cherries. Getting... I don't know, just playing it is really fun.
So. Warp Zone. Do-do-do-do-do. That was the All-Stars.
I love the main theme, too. Like the...
Yeah.
That's the song. That's the song. So, honorable mention 14 is Super Mario Brothers 2. The USA version. Because if you go by Japan version, you have the lost levels.
It's just hard. It's just Mario 1
and Bowser multiplies himself at the end.
He's underwater shooting fire.
And you have and there's
Bullet Bills underwater.
And there's bloopers flying in the air.
It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, 14 Super Mario Brothers 2. USA.
Next, Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Those of you that play Castlevania know that every 3D one that's ever come out has been pretty bad. And then they released this Lords of Shadow on PS3 and Xbox, which was a reboot of the series, and it was awesome. It was like God of War. The story was amazing. It has a great ending, a shocking ending. It's a long game too. And then there's DLC chapters. But I had cool boss fights in that. And God of War type of game. But really the story for me on that one was probably the thing for me.
Gotcha. Favorite moment?
When you see the castle in the background, when you're walking towards the castle for the first time. You don't get to the castle because it's called Castlevania. You don't even get to fight vampires or even get to a castle till like a little over halfway through the game.
Wow!
But when you walk, it's like snowing out, and you walk towards it. It's like this awesome shot. But that was probably
that's cool.
The moment.
That's cool.
When you get to the castle for the first time.
That's cool.
And they're doing a sequel. And they're doing a 3DS.
Yeah, I saw that.
In between the first and the sequel, they're doing this 3DS one.
Yeah, I saw that.
And apparently Alucard's going to be in it. He was the guy from Symphony of the Night. Dracula's son. Which Alucard is Dracula backwards, by the way. Jeez. If anybody didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the sequel, so I don't know how that's going to play out.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
Amazing. Patrick Stewart's in it.
Okay.
All the more reason to love it, because Patrick Stewart is in it.
Okay. All right. Is that all you gotta say?
Yeah.
Right. Next on my honorable mention list, 15, is Sonic Generations.
Oh boy, Sonic. We gotta add more Sonic to this.
Yes. Sonic Generations is the recently 3D one. It is the most recent 3D one.
I don't keep track.
It was made for the 20th anniversary. Sonic goes back to the past and travels through. He basically travels. He meets his past self. Yes, he meets his past self,
no.
and you actually have to travel through a level of each of the main series games. So you have Green Hill from Sonic 1, you have Chemical Plant from Sonic 2, you have Sky Sanctuary from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you have Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure, City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2, Seaside Hill from Sonic Heroes, Crisis City from Sonic 06, Spagonia Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed, and Planet Wisp from, Sonic Colors. Basically, it's just an excuse to, of course, bring back classic Sonic. You have two different types of gameplay: the classic Sonic gameplay and modern Sonic gameplay. Which I love the fact that they mix the two, which is awesome. I love playing through old levels that are redone in HD. I love playing through some of old bosses in HD. Like Perfect Chaos is awesome fighting in HD. The final boss is a pain in the butt, and I hate it, but that's besides the point. Music is amazing. I love remixes. I love the remixes of all those stages. Both classic remix and modern remix. I don't know. It's just... Sonic Generations is a really great 3D game, and it just shows that Sonic is actually back from his pit of despair of 2006.
Pit of despair.
Yeah, basically. So, 15 on my honorable mentions list is Sonic Generations. Favorite moment is fighting Silver the Hedgehog. Booyah. I like Silver. He's my favorite character. But yeah, 15 Sonic Generations.
Okay.
Oh, I should mention it's the console version, not the 3DS version. Yeah.
Right. Mario 64. Because that was the first 3D game I ever played.
Yeah.
And it was Mario, and it was awesome. I remember playing it at Blockbuster. Blockbuster had it sitting out. You could play it. They don't do that anymore. But I remember going there and
really
playing
not too many Blockbusters
for the first
anymore.
time. And I just thought it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped through these paintings, and it was just, I never played anything like it.
Huh.
And to this day, it's still really good. I love being able to figure out how to get the stars.
Technically now we don't need to because we have it. Because, you have it memorized.
Yeah, but it's. Yeah. But the DS one added more stars.
It did. It added like
DS one is the best.
30 stars, 30 extra stars.
Yeah, it added tons of more stars. And
it added a few extra levels.
And characters. And then added a big mushroom, which I love.
I just didn't like having to switch. I mean,
right.
That's why I liked actually playing as Yoshi, because once you go into a level, you can select each character's hat instead of actually... Yeah, that's what I did most of the time. But
I like being able to spin Bowser around and swimming. When I first swim underwater, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." That was
still to this day.
I like the music in the water.
Yes, the music is good. Still to this day, I hate swimming in Galaxy. I'm just gonna put that out there. I hate the swimming. Both Galaxy games, I hate the swimming.
Galaxy's hard.
Whatever. Anyway,
but yeah,
I love the final Bowser battle. He's like all bruised. He's not like that in the DS version.
I don't think so.
But the N64
spin him around, and you get 100 stars, and you get that special jump, which is pointless at the end of the game. and I remember the big thing was getting on top of the roof
of the castle. Back
in the day, that was the thing.
Of course, you don't do that in the 3DS.
And there was cheats to get up there even before.
Yeah,
I tried to do it.
Yeah, like the one where you phase through the ground.
Well, no, you had to jump on the side of the castle.
Yeah, you can do that, but there's also one if you grab a tree at a certain angle, you can phase through the ground, and it's all water under there, but you can swim straight to the cannon.
So, yes.
Super Mario 64 is a good game. I like Sunshine better. Yeah.
Yep.
So what would you say is the best version? 64 or DS?
Oh, DS.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks a little better, not too much better.
No, it doesn't look too much.
That is a game I definitely would love to see remade with better graphics, though.
Like, probably Galaxy graphics?
Yes. And they had a Mario 64 level in Galaxy 2.
They
did.
It
looked cool. I thought, man, if we could get
Swamp's
Mario...
Fortress. I just wish they would have expanded
64 to look like that. Oh, I wish they would. That's a game that needs remade.
Like, if they would remake the DS version.
Yeah.
Have, like, Luigi, Wario playable, and Yoshi playable. Amazing.
Yeah.
What if they made it multiplayer?
Whatever.
I don't know how
I don't
that
care.
works,
I
but-
don't care about multiplayer.
Okay. Yeah, so I have 2 more games on my list.
I only have
Surprisingly.
one.
Well, that's fine. The next game, which I'm surprised you didn't have on your list,
What?
Donkey Kong Country 2.
Well,
Donkey Kong Country 2 is number 16 on my list.
I could be an honorable mention for me.
Okay, so just do it now then. Donkey Kong Country 2 for
Donkey
both
Kong
of
Country
us.
2. DK coins is what I remember about that game, because some of them were really hard to find.
Yes, I love the bonus stages. The fact of going to the bonus stages and collecting those coins were fun. I just love that.
It's a lot of collecting.
It is a lot of collecting. Some of the levels were amazing. The music.
Donkey Kong Country is the best music. My favorite music.
Bramble Blast, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Bramble Blast.
It had, like, the Lost World, which is hard.
Oh, yes. And the last boss. Tough.
The last boss in terms
Man,
of...
that was memorization and reflex.
Okay.
One hit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The
final. Yeah, it was one hit and he was dead.
Gay rule.
Yeah.
It's too bad he couldn't be Donkey Kong.
He was trapped.
I know.
But it works with Diddy.
You realize
Dixie.
in Donkey Kong Country, you can only beat him in one game.
I know.
Except for Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is good.
It's weird. Each sequel had the partner character as the star.
Yeah. I know.
But I guess no one liked Kitty because they never had a sequel to Donkey Kong Country 3 with him as the star.
Well, Donkey Kong Country 64 was out by that time.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, it was.
Grandma plays the 64. And
Yeah, okay.
you can
I
hear the
remember
music
hearing
in the
that.
background.
Because I think that she played Mario 64.
Yeah, you can hear the music, the castle music.
It's weird that there is a super...
Well, it was
SNES.
right at the beginning of that, right at the end of that. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2. I thought it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
Definitely up there.
GBA. It looks a little funky.
It does look a little
But
funky.
they added some cool like
if they would
sound
if they would use the GBA, whatever
Yeah.
everything they use with GBA, like put it back into like maybe just
That's what I
better
kinda
graphics.
That's what I was
and
hoping
better
they were
music.
going to do with the Mario All Stars re-release. That they were going to take the GBA versions
Yeah,
and put
right.
them with the.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I was hoping they were going to do.
Yeah, right.
but
Maybe
whatever,
they'll release the
they-
GBA versions on the 3DS console eventually.
No, I mean because the graphics. I don't know if they're really the same. Graphics would look
I
a
don't
little
know.
better on the.
But I know
All-Star.
like the Mario 2 GBA had like red coins.
Yeah,
Fun.
that and bosses were different.
Yes.
But anyway.
But yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, amazing game.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want me to go through my one more before you do your last one, or
No.
because that was considered both of us?
No.
Okay, fine.
My last game that I could think of, anyway, is a game called Eternal Darkness on the GameCube.
Never heard of
That game was amazing. It was I guess it was survival horror.
it.
But the thing about that game was that you had to place these different eras of time. I think it was your ancestors or something.
Okay.
But that game had this thing called the sanity meter. That if it would get to a certain point, the game would act bizarre. Like your character would shrink. Or it'd all of a sudden stop and say memories erased.
Wow.
I'm not joking.
Wow.
Or it would just like your controller wouldn't work. I forget all the stuff. Well, the one time it happened, it just kind of ended and said, to be continued in Eternal Darkness 2. And I thought that was really the end, and I got pissed off. I thought, oh, duh, it was the standing thing. Like, no other game has ever done that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Actually.
It is. It was a scary game.
Scary.
And I never bought it. It's probably really hard to find. I'm kind of hoping they re-release it, like HD.
Who knows?
Because I would love to play it again.
Okay.
But it was a really neat game.
Favorite moment? The
Sanity meter. That was a great idea to have all these wonky things happen. Like, technically.
Yeah, gotcha.
So.
Okay. So we didn't mention this. Go back to this. Favorite moment of Donkey Kong Country 2? Since we didn't mention one.
The music. Rainbow music.
Yeah. I'd
Rainbow
have to
Blast
agree with you
music
there.
is probably.
I'd have to agree with you there. Did we do a mention favorite moment of Mario 64? I don't think so. No, because you said top of the roof, didn't you?
Get into the top of the roof at the end. I don't know. Swimming underwater for the first time in 3D. It was really wild.
having him fall asleep and saying,
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. But yeah, anyway. Alright. The last one on my list is Kingdom Hearts. The first one. I just love the fact that they mixed, like, I guess you can say Final Fantasy type-ish stuff with Disney. And that Disney, I don't know, it was just cool going through, like, Tarzan worlds, and Aladdin world, and I don't know. And it was cool actually fighting some of the Disney bosses, you know, like Captain Hook, you had Jafar, the guy from Tarzan, Ursula, all of that stuff. I just thought Kingdom Hearts was fun. I mean, I know you don't like it because, well, you like action RPG, it's Disney, yeah.
Two things I don't really care for.
Yeah, so...
There are some Marvel characters, maybe.
Who knows, Kingdom Hearts 3, whenever that comes out, might have Marvel, since Disney owns it now. But, I mean, heck, Phineas and Ferb is having a Marvel crossover.
Supposedly.
No, they are, it's been confirmed. We don't know what, but it's been confirmed. Anyway, yeah, so the last one on my list that I can think of is Kingdom Hearts for the first one. Favorite moment, just going through the Disney worlds. Meeting up with Goofy and Donald. It's just fun. It's fun. Never beat it. I got to the last boss, but never beat it. Yeah. So, last one is Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that was our top 10.
I could probably add Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I could probably Donkey Kong Country series, Soul Calibur.
I could add a lot of games too.
Like the new Mortal Kombat is awesome. Mario Galaxy is amazing. Actually,
I'm surprised that wasn't on the list.
There's a lot of other Castlevania games.
Like I'm surprised I did Metroid.
Metroid Prime series is fantastic.
Metroid Fusion.
Metroid, Star Fox, F-Zero, the 64 one was always
I mean, I could add a ton of Sonic games too.
I know you got Sonic.
I mean, I could add Sonic. I mean, I could add
Super Punch Out.
the Wii one with Donkey Kong.
I never played it. I never played that. I can't believe I haven't played that game yet. Kirby Superstar.
F-Zero, anything?
I did say that.
Yeah, there's just so many good games. It's hard to pick a top 10.
This was a hard one to do.
But thank you for watching our actually hour and over a half.
Yeah,
over an hour and a
half. 40 minutes on this.
So yeah, that was our top 10,
that.
Almost like top 17, 16 list of
kept going on.
games of all time. Thank you for watching. If you want to let us know
Batman,
your top 10.
Batman Arkham Asylum.
I'm surprised that wasn't on your list.
Best licensed game ever. GoldenEye. Come on.
What the best game ever is?
GoldenEye.
Superman 64.
Mario's missing.
Yeah, okay. No.
Mario Paint.
Zelda CDI.
How about the worst game you've owned?
Game I've owned?
Yeah.
Worst game I've owned? Oh, jeez. I haven't owned many games that I didn't like. Worst game I've owned. Oh, that's hard. It's really hard.
Is that the worst game you ever played?
Worst game I've ever played would be... Can I say Halo? Because I've played Halo. And I don't like it.
Halo's the worst game you've ever played.
I don't like Halo. Any first-person shooter that's not GoldenEye. Put it that way.
GoldenEye's amazing.
Any first-person shooter that's not GoldenEye and I've played it is the worst game I've ever played. What about you?
The worst game I owned were the X-Files Resistor Serve. The only reason I bought it because I'm a huge X-Files fan. And they all did the voices.
Oh!
And I was kind of curious.
Well then, the worst game that I have is Sonic Labyrinth.
There you go.
Because I don't like Sonic Labyrinth. Piece of junk game.
Worst game I ever played was probably Sim Earth. For Super Nintendo. Sim Earth.
Echo the Dolphin.
I've rented a lot of games for Super Nintendo.
Echo
That
the
one,
Dolphin.
I couldn't figure that game out. It made no sense.
Echo the Dolphin.
No.
Do you remember Comic Zone?
Yeah, and I couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't figure it out either.
Mario RPG, can we add it to my list?
It's on my list. There's just so many good games out there. Yeah, we need to end this. So, thank you for watching.
This went on a lot longer than we probably thought it would.
It did. I thought it was going to be like 20 minutes. I could go on and do
my top 10 TV shows.
That's another video.
That one was easy.
Save that for another video.
That one was easy.
Save that for another video. Alright, well, thank you for watching our really
We'll
long
blabber
ramble,
on and on
blabble
about our own personal likes.
of games. Yes.
Now,
If you want,
this is our personal.
it says it's
not-
opinions. It's opinions.
I'm not gonna sit here and say Silent Hill 2 is a better game than Ocarina of Time. It's not. It's just my own personal.
Yeah, right.
It's just how it affected me differently.
Like, I'm not saying that Wind Waker is a better game than Sonic Adventure 2. I just like Sonic Adventure 2 better than Wind Waker.
Right.
Alright, so if you want to leave a comment on your top game of all time and what you thought of ours, just be nice, just respect opinions. I know this is the internet, so that's kind of hard to do, but whatever. So until next time, this is Silver and
Me.
yes. Thank you for watching.
Meet you.
Sayonara.